afternoon. It is 12:16 on the 28th of July, 2024. What you're looking at is the engine bay on the White Steed, 2001 Mustang V6, and I've got an internal issue. I've got a fuel injector that's leaking into the cylinder, and the fuel rail's not keeping its pressure. So I know that it's not the regulator here. That was put on new. It's got a new engine in it. It's got 5,000 miles on the engine, 140 on the body, and it's 23 years old. So it's worth the investment to go ahead and make sure it runs right, even if I'm only here for another 89 days, because I want it to be right. And it's an opportunity to make a video. So what's happening is the fuel is basically, it's got an internal bleed, and the fuel is bleeding into the cylinder. The pressure's not there when I need it to start the vehicle, so I have to let it sit and wait to build pressure. But the problem is, when the fuel bleeds into the cylinder, it's washing the cylinder in gasoline and stripping away the oil, and it's going to cause that cylinder to wear more quickly. I don't want to have that happen. An internal bleeding issue is bad, whether it's in a person, a car, or the church. That's where I really wanted to go. What is it? Everybody's howling and moaning about the Olympics, right? And the homosexual mockery of Christ via drag queens and all that. And everybody wants to blame the artist, Oh, how could he? Who signed off on that? Who at the Olympic Committee signed off and said, we're going to let this guy do what he wants? And who did that without first reviewing what it was he had planned? This isn't a one-guy thing. This is a secular organization. And that secular organization is anti-Christian. You getting it? They allow these things because that's what their agenda is. They have the world, the international media, focused on one event, and what's the message they're going to give? Well, at the Super Bowl, we know the message is wrong. And we know that advertisers will spend millions of dollars to get one little message across. What's the message here? They don't care about us. Well, what's our message back? Boycott. There's an apology given to the South Koreans because they were referred to as North Korea. Oh my goodness! And they offer an apology. Where's the apology for this opening? Where's that apology? The problem really isn't that secular people do what secular people do. They don't like us. They never have liked us. Surprise! The problem is the internal bleeding in the church itself. Why are we allowing gay ministers inside the Methodist Church? Huh? Yeah. The Methodists, the Presbyterians, all these people. Heck, the Catholic Church and their priests that want to play with little boys. Okay? The problem is an internal bleed, such that now anything's fair game. I would expect an international secular business to make fun of Christianity. Now, they don't have the balls to make fun of anybody else because those people kill people. Christians, we love our enemies. And we know what's going to happen to them if they don't change. So I pray that all these secular people that think that was funny come to their senses. Because Isaiah the prophet says in 5:20, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. They're saying that this is good. Oh, we should do this. This is a good idea. That's an evil idea. Absolutely evil. God weighed in on homosexuality and what he thought of it years ago. And man has continued to disregard the wishes of God. And they're going to get what they get. It's not a surprise. What's a real surprise is that people that call themselves Christians, that say that Jesus is Lord, they seem to want to do exactly the same thing. I don't hear any hue and cry from all the churches over that. I don't have anybody going, wow, we got to take away their right to preach because they're not preaching the true gospel. Don't be angry when secular people do what secular people do. Be angry and be outraged when those who call themselves Christians stop acting like Christians and start acting like the world. And that's been going on for a while. A long while. King James, long while. Changing the I to a J. changing the pronunciation of the name of Christ from Iesu to Jesus. Look at my other videos for that. Don't be angry at the Olympic Committee. They do what they do. We're expected to see this. Consider it all joy when they come against you for my name's sake. The problem is that they, who are coming against us for his name's sake, were actually people in the church first. Satan got into the church first and changed it. The world didn't need any changing. They always hated us. So that's me weighing in on the Olympic Committee and all they're doing. Is it wrong? Oh, it's absolutely wrong. But we need to look at what's wrong in the church. We need to judge ourselves first and the world second. God bless and take care. Bye.